Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
Thank you for
Hello Panther fans, and welcome to Chuck Newland Gymnasium, your home of the Phillipsburg Panthers, where tonight the Lady Panthers volleyball team will take on Stockton Tigers Lady volleyball team. Phillipsburg earlier tonight played Ellis and was able to come out with a win on that one. They look to continue their winning going with this one. For the Panthers, we have Abby Babcock, Emma Hunnicutt, Trinity Gross, Cadence Corman, Caitlin Cheney will come in as the libero. We have Taryn Sides and Heather Skimper. For Stockton, there's Brecken Williams, Olivia Dix, Janae Keller, Ashlyn Hahn, Kaylin Means, and Phillipsburg will serve to get the night started. Stockton will look to set up a spike. They'll just tip it. Hit by Cheney. Side sets it up to Skimper, who spike will not go. Stockton will get the early point here off the Heather Skimper tip. We will see Bryn Muir come in for Kaylin Means here for Stockton early. Muir serve up. Cheney hits it. Sides gets it, and Babcock will send it over. Hahn hits it. Muir tries to go to Dix. She'll tip it, and that will go score a point for Stockton. Now we see Busonic check in here for Stidham. Muir's second serve on the way. Babcock hits it. That one will go over the net. And they're going to call a lift here on Williams. It will be a point for the Panthers. Sides now to serve. Shoe send it away. It will be out of bounds, and it will be another point for Stockton. Kessler now checks in for Hahn. Another switch for Stockton. Dix's serve up. Cheney will hit it. Side sets up a spike to Skimper. That will go. Cheney will come out. Gross now to serve. Hers will go. Hit high by Stockton. Muir sets it up to Busonic. Tipped and nearly saved by Sides, but it will go out of bounds, and another point for Stockton. Claire Plummer now checks in for Stockton as well. Williams serve on the way. Over the head of Skimper and out of bounds. Another point here for Phillipsburg. Now we will see Hahn check back in. Check that. That was Stidham checking in for Stockton. Skimper now to serve. Serve on the way. Stidham hits it up. Muir. And that ball hit over. Saved by Gross. Skimper set it up for Hunnicutt, but the ball was blocked at the net, and it will be another point for Stockton. Means and Keller now check in for Stockton, replacing Busonic and Muir. Serve on the way. Gross will hit it. Skimper tries to tip it up, but it will go out of bounds. Hunnicutt tried to go get it, but that's another point for Stockton. Serve on the way again, just barely over the net. Skimper hits it up. Gross now. Babcock just has to send it over. Set on the way. Spike there. Out of bounds over the head of the Panthers, and they will score a point here. Hunnicutt now to serve. On the way. Plummer gets it. Tries to touch up the spike to Means. She'll hit it. Ball was hit by Hunnicutt and out of the reach of Sides. It will be another point for Stockton. And Dix now comes in for Plummer. Kessler's serve goes into the net. It will be a point for Phillipsburg. We see Cheney check back in. And she will be the server. On the way. Stidham gets it. Tries to set up Dix for the spike. Does not get it. Skimper will try to set something up. Hunnicutt from way back. And that ball was tipped, and it will be a point for the Panthers. Cheney's second serve on the way. Hahn hits it up. Now Stockton just has to send it over. And nice tip there by Babcock at the net, and that'll be another point for the Panthers. Score tied at 7 now after the Babcock tip. Cheney with her third serve. On the way, Hahn hits it up. Hit back, Stockton now has to send it over, and that one will not get over the net. It will be another score for the Panthers. Cheney's serve on the way. Low. Ball hit, and it will go out of bounds. Will go out of bounds. And another Panthers score. Cheney's serve on the way, short. And so that little run there for the Panthers goes away. Score now 9-8 in favor of Phillipsburg. Hoding now will check in for Stockton. She will replace Stidham. Serve on the way, will be over the heads of the Panthers and out of bounds. Babcock now for the serve. On the way and over the heads of the Stockton Tigers. Another point for Stockton. Now we will see Muir check back in as well as Busonic. Muir serve on the way. Cheney gathers it. A nice block there by Sides on the Dix spike attempt. Now she'll set up Skimper, who hits it to Hahn, and that ball will go up in the stands, and a nice point there for the Panthers. The ball went over Sides' head, and she was smart enough to know to go up and try to block the spike, and she does that. And now she will serve. Serve on the way. Hit up in the air. Now Hahn will hit it. Stockton will have to send it over. Babcock sets it up to Sides, who sets it up to Skimper. Goes off the top of the net, and it will be another point for the Panthers. Sides to serve on the way. Goes right back over the net to the Panthers. Sides looks to set up Skimper. Honeycutt with the tip. Muir gets it. Dix tries to set over to Coding, and the ball was blocked by Gross. Panthers going on another run here. Serve on the way. Muir hit it back to Dix. She'll set it over. Sides hits it. Skimper was looking for someone to set it to her, and it will be a miscommunication there. Point for Stockton. Now we see Kessler check in here for Hahn. Dix's serve on the way. And that one again over the head of the Panthers, and it will be another point for them. They've had a couple serves that have just gone over the head of them, so that'll be something to look at for Stockton going forward. Gross now to serve. Over, Plummer hits it. Muir looks. And a little miscommunication there for Stockton, but it pays off. That ball was saved by Skimper off the floor, but Honeycutt's spike a little too hard. A good hustle play by Skimper, but just could not get the point. Phillipsburg leads 14-11 here in the first set. Stidham with the serve. Skimper gets it. Sets it to Sides. Sides has a spike. That will be blocked, but it goes out of bounds. And another point for Phillipsburg. Skimper now for the serve. On the way, and that one again goes out of bounds over the top of Stockton. Now we see Keller come in, as well as Means for Stockton. Serve on the way. That one over the head of Phillipsburg, so another point there for Phillipsburg. Honeycutt now to serve. It's a nice short one that goes right back to her. Skimper sets it up for Babcock, who has a nice spike. Honeycutt to serve again. This one will hit a little bit harder. That one's set to Mean. She'll tip it. Skimper gets it. Corman tries to set up sides. Good play by Muir. That one's back over. Gross hits it. Nice spike there by Babcock, set up by Skimper, and another point for the Panthers. Honeycutt serve on the way. Short again. Goes right back to the Panthers. Corman looks to set up sides for the spike. That was tipped. Means hits it back over. Honeycutt now gets it to Skimper, who gets it to sides. Ball was blocked at the net, and it will go off the Panthers and out of bounds. So a nice point there for Stockton. Kessler now to serve. Over Honeycutt, gets it. Skimper sets up Corman. Ball hit. That ball blocked at the net by Babcock, and it will go over to the Panthers. Now Plummer checks back in for Stockton. Corman serve on the way. And a little bit of miscommunication there for Stockton, and that'll be a nice point for the Panthers for the ace. Corman serve on the way. Graze the top of the net. Means will set up Plummer. It goes right to Honeycutt. Skimper sets up Gross. Spike will go out of bounds, and another point here for Stockton. Cheney will check back in for the Panthers. She will replace Corman. Williams will check in here for Stidham. Dix's serve on the way. Goes to Honeycutt. Skimper tries to set up Babcock. She couldn't get a very good spike at it. That ball was redirected by Babcock, and then it will be hit out of bounds by Stockton, so a point here for Phillipsburg. Phillipsburg leads 21-14 here in the first set against the Stockton Tigers, as Babcock will serve. It's on the way. Plummer hits it. Means now try to spike it, but just got lost in the net, and this one will go back to the Panthers. Now we see Jalen Miller check in for the Panthers. She will replace Trinity Gross. Babcock serve on the way. Dix will handle it. And some miscommunication there for Stockton, and it will be another point for Phillipsburg. Just 2 more points needed here for Phillipsburg to close out the first set. Babcock serve on the way. Graze the top of the net. A tip attempt for Stockton. Skimper will set it up back to sides. Dix will try to set up Means, who will tip it. Honeycutt handles it. Sides looks to set up Skimper. Plummer hits it. Dix then got it. Babcock. Now the spike there for Skimper, but it doesn't get over the net, and that'll be another point for Stockton. Muir checks in, as well as Busonic now for Stockton. They replace Means and Keller. Muir serve on the way. Honeycutt lost, couldn't handle it. Now it will be a point for Stockton off the serve. Muir serve on the way. Pretty short serve. Skimper handled it. Now she'll get it set up to her. That ball was tipped at the net and then lost by Stockton. So another point here for Phillipsburg. They just need one more to close out the set. Decides to serve on the way. Plummer handled it. Muir sets it up to Busonic. Hits it right to Babcock. Sides now. Hits it to Babcock, will get the spike, and that'll end the first set. Phillipsburg wins 25-16 here in the opening set, and we'll take a quick break and be right back to you.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family tradition.
Back to action here at Chuck Newland Gymnasium, home of the Panthers, as Phillipsburg will take set one against Stockton. They look to take set two and close out the night with a couple of wins here. It will be Stockton's serve to start the second set. Voss will be the one to serve for Stockton as we get started with the second set here. Cheney hits it to sides. She'll set up Gross, and that ball was tipped by Voss. And a good point here for the Panthers to start off the second set. Sides to serve here. On the way, goes over the head of Stockton, and it will be a point for Stockton. We see Muir checking as well as Busonic now for the Tigers, replacing Means and Keller. Mirror serve on the way. Handled by Babcock. She'll set up Skimper, who had it blocked at the net. And then Mirror tried to come in and clean up, but she could not do so, and it goes out of bounds. We see now Corman come in for Cheney. Gross's serve now. On the way. Busonic handles it. Mirror sets it up to Dix, who just tips it over. Babcock sets it up. Honeycutt had her spike blocked at the net. Babcock will hit it over. Mirror now with it. Dix hits it over, and that will be out of bounds, and a point for the Panthers. Gross's serve on the way, handled by Dix. Williams now hits it up. Plummer will hit it over, and that one will go out of bounds over to the side. It will go to the Panthers. Gross with the serve again, hits it to Busonic. Plummer now with it. Williams will hit it over. Babcock hits it to Sides, who had it tipped by Dix. And that one was blocked at the net. It might have been blocked at the net, or it just didn't get over the net. But then regardless, it's a point for the Panthers. A good start for Phillipsburg. They lead 5-1, and Gross with another serve. That one on the way to Busonic. It will go out of bounds, and it will stay with the Panthers. Gross's serve over, handled by Plummer. Mears sets it up. Plummer will hit it back over. A short one that'll go right back to Stockton. Meir looks to set it up to Busonic, but it was not handled, and it will be another point for the Panthers. And now Stockton will take a timeout. We'll take a quick intermission as you're watching Phillipsburg Volleyball.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast.
Back from that timeout, here's Panthers lead 7-1 over Stockton. Gross's serve barely over the net. That one hit out of bounds by Stockton, so Phillipsburg will get another point. Phillipsburg has been going on runs in the first set, and they've continued the trend here in the second one. Gross will set up for another serve. This one won't get over the net, and it will be a point for Stockton, so the run ends now for Phillipsburg. And we see Hahn coming for Plummer. And then we see Kessler come in for Hahn after she went in for Plummer. And now Dix will serve. Over. Gross handles it. Sets it back up to Honeycutt. Oh, and they're going to say she got into the net, so it is a point for Stockton. Dix's serve on the way here. Babcock handles it. Now to Skimper. Corman that time tried to hit it over, but just mishandled it, and now it'll be another point for Stockton. Dix's serve on the way. Handled by Skimper. Sides will tip it back to her, and Skimper will just tap it into the middle of the Stockton defense. That'll be a point for Phillipsburg. 10-3 lead for Phillipsburg here in the second set as we see Skimper serve it away. Plummer hits it to Muir, who Busonic tips it up in the air. Gross will handle it. Skimper sets it up to Hanukkah, who had it tipped at the net, but it went to the right spot, and it will be a point for the Panthers. Skimper's second serve here on the way. And that ball will be hit from the back row, but it will go out of bounds. And another point for the Panthers. Serve over the net, and that one will go out of bounds. So a point here for the Tigers. Stidham's serve on the way. That one will also go out of bounds, and it will go back to the Panthers. Honeycutt serve now on the way to Plummer. Muir handles it. Busonic will tip it over. That one was blocked at the net by Size, but it will fall down in Panther territory, so we'll go to the Tigers. And now we see Keller check in as well as Means for the Tigers. And Keller will be the server. Serve is on the way, handled by Gross. Skimper will set it up to Babcock, just a little bit low on the set, and it will be a point for the Tigers. Keller serve on the way. Sides had to get down for that one. That serve a little higher, but Babcock's this one again goes into the net. Stockton now going on a little bit of a run here. They bring it 12-7, but in favor of the Panthers. Keller serve on the way. Gross handles it. Skimper just tips it over. And Plummer had it. That one will go over and hit the ceiling, which will be a point for the Panthers. They're going to call it 4 hits instead. And now Cheney comes in for Corman, and she will be the server. Serve on the way, handled by Stidham. Keller now hits it to Means, hits it right to Sides. Skimper sets it up right back to Sides. This one again goes out of bounds. Kessler now to serve for Stockton. It is on the way. Hanukkah hits it up in the air. Sides gets it to Gross, who hits it over. And Kessler hit it up in the ceiling. It is handled. Dix hits it back over. Hanukkah now hits it right to Babcock, who had his spike. Dix tries to tip it over. Skimper tips it over. Hanukkah to Skimper. Goes to the other side to Sides, and this one will go in the net. And it will be a point for the Tigers. Lead down to 4 for Phillipsburg as they lead 13-9. Kessler's second serve on the way. Right to Cheney. Hanukkah hits it over. Sides will just have to get it over. And Dix with a spike there. That one was tipped by the Panthers, and it will be another point for Stockton. Stockton continuing their strong run. They got off of one and they continued another one. Kessler serves, goes to Hanukkah. That ball spiked in the back row by Skimper, but it was ruled out of bounds. It was very close. And now Phillipsburg is going to call a timeout here, and we'll take a break from the action.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketbeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors.
Back to the action here after the Panther timeout. They lead 13-11 over Stockton. Kessler's serve was missed by Hunnicutt, but it will go out of bounds. Stockton fans and players do not agree with it, but it is what the referee called. Babcock now to serve. Dix now with it, and ball goes into the net and will be a point for the Panthers. Serve on the way. Plummer hits it. Ball set up by Sides, who hits it back to Skimper. Sidham handled it. Babcock will get it to Sides. Sides tried to set it up to Skimper. And they're going to call a lift here on Mean, so it will go to the Panthers. Babcock serve on the way. Sidham handles it. And it's a miscommunication there for Stockton, and that will lead to a point for the Panthers. Lead increasing now for Phillipsburg. They're up 17-11 over Stockton. Babcock serve on the way. Plummer handles it. Dix's spike, will score for Stockton as Hunnicutt just misplaced it. Stockton now shrinks the lead back to 5. Now we see Williams check in here for Stidham. And we see Ava Dix serve for Stockton. Cheney handles it. Side sets it up to Skimper with a nice spike there, and that's another point for the Panthers. Sides now to serve. That one will go into the net, and it will be another point for Stockton. And now we see Mirror check in as well as ViewSonic check in for Stockton. They replace Means and Keller. Serve on the way, kind of short. Sheeny handles it. They set it up to Skimper, which was handled by Dix. That ball hit by a group of Stockton Tigers. That spike on the way from Hunnicutt was tipped by Plummer. And it will be a point for the Panthers. Gross's serve now on the way. This one will go into the net again. Back-to-back serves now for Phillipsburg, where their serve has gone into the net, giving Stockton a couple points. We see Hahn come in for Plummer. And then we see Kessler went in for her, I do believe. And now we see Dix look to serve. On the way, Babcock hits it. Hits it back to Skimper, who spiked it. It was blocked, but it goes out of bounds. And now Phillipsburg only needs 5 more points. Skimper with the serve. This one's on the way. Plummer handles it. Dix hits it over to Muir. Puts it to Sides. Skimper now sets up Corman with a nice spike there. And that will be another point for Phillipsburg. Skimper to serve again here for the Panthers. This one goes right to Williams, who could not handle it, and it will be another point for Phillipsburg. Phillipsburg leads right now 22-15, as now we see Calhoun check in for Gross. Skimper serve on the way. It will hit Dix in a kind of tough spot. And now Phillipsburg's 2 points away from winning the second set. And now Stockton's going to use a timeout here, and we will take a quick break.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and Firebolt Ag LLC. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Pocketeer at Phillipsburg High School or email news@mykansasonline.com. Thank you.
Back to action here as Phillipsburg's 2 points away from winning the second set here against Stockton. Skimper serve on the way. Williams hits it over there, and Williams gets it back. Sides now handles it. Skimper sets it up to Babcock. And they're going to say the point is scored as the clock went off. Phillipsburg needs one more point here to win. Skimper's serve on the way. Plummer handles it. Muir hits it back, and we see Dix hit it over. That ball was blocked at the net by Babcock. Honeycutt hits it up. Plummer handles it. Muir gets it back. Side sets it up to Skimper. That ball's hit by Babcock, which is then spiked by Babcock, and that will end the second set. Phillipsburg comes away with the win here against Stockton in the second set with a 25-15 win. And that is it for tonight.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help